You guys, I have good news and bad news. Good news is I'm 20 weeks pregnant. I feel my baby kicking my stomach away. Bad news is I am a single mother and I'm still pregnant. Crazy, right? Moral of the story, like, my baby daddy, I hate calling him that, cheated on me with his first baby mama. They literally did the deed. Sorry, I hate thinking about it because it's literally so gross. Like, if I were to show a picture of the both of them, like, I just know for a fact they would get fucking dragged bad. And the amount of things I had to deal with, guys, is insane. But that is over. I don't have to deal with none of that no more. I can finally just do me and worry about my child. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm sad as hell. I'm really sad because I gave my all to a person that did not deserve it whatsoever.
Gentlemen, welcome back. Happy to have you here. Hope you're all doing fine. And single mothers, gentlemen, are back again at it, making the wrong choices. So let's get started right where we left.
I'm sad as hell. I'm really sad because I gave my all to a person that did not deserve it whatsoever. And honestly, it really sucks that I have to go through this alone, and they showed me their true colors or whatever, and
Yeah, when women tell you that someone showed his true colors, you just have to believe that, you know, he was a red flag. You could spot that red flag from 50 miles away. Yeah, he apparently showed his true colors. And let's find out, gentlemen, why you could spot he was a huge red flag right from the get-go.
I was willing to look past a lot of things.
Write the next sentence, right? He showed his true colors, and then 1 second later, well, actually, there were like 50 red flags along the way. I just, I just looked the other way because apparently he was Chad, or he was attractive, or all this nonsense, or I'm addicted to chaos.
Like the fact that he was living at my house and had all his shit here and he had no job and he still did that to me.
Yeah, so we take the guy home who doesn't have a job, clearly is a loser, doesn't have anything going on for him. I cannot even think about his personality. You know, all those red flags, we ignore them. And now, petty me, you know, look where I'm at. I'm a single mother and no father around.
But with that being said, I have two really blunt brothers, and they were telling me, oh my god, it's gonna be so much harder for you to find a boyfriend now that you have a baby. And I just want to know, is that true? Like, it's not really that I'm tripping about it, it's more of like, does that really bother men? Because
no, I mean, personally, guys, I don't really care if I'm dating a woman who is in her 20s, has her whole future ahead of her, or a single mother, 35 years old, who has many children from different baby daddies. I really don't care. I mean, I call it a preference, honestly. I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't really bother me at all.
trust me, like, they don't ever have to worry about me cheating on them with my baby daddy ever. That would never happen. I have more respect than that, trust me. And I'm over the sneaky links. I've been over that since fucking high school. But I want to know, man, like, is that like a deal breaker, like a single mother? Like, is that something you guys are like, ew, like, no?
It's not the guys. Here's the thing: it's not the single mother alone. I mean, a lot of guys who are in their 20s, they wouldn't date us or even consider a single mother because honestly, they could just go for someone who doesn't have, baggage. But for many guys, like men in their 30s or guys who also happen to be single dads, I don't think the problem is so much that you're a single mother. It's why you're a single mother. You know, if a woman came to the average man and said, you know, my husband passed away, and now I'm single, and she is a good woman, she can be a good wife, she can be a good mother. I honestly don't think that men will have a problem in general. The problem is why you're a single mother. And as you mentioned, oh, I've been over the sneaky things since high school. Yeah, that's the thing that men are truly disgusted about. It's not the fact that you're a single mother. You could be a widow, or, you know, something bad may have happened. But most single mothers, you know, statistically speaking, are just women who make poor choices, who make for bad wives, who make for divorces where the guy will lose all his crap, and just, you know, make for a really dark future. And that's not something that men are interested in, if you ask me. Let's continue.
I think of it as like, bro, if you don't want to accept my child, I literally don't need you. And that's totally fine too. Like, not everybody needs to accept a kid, because it is a lot. I mean, look what happened to me. But I'm just wondering if you guys have any experiences with that. Women, is it harder to date now that you have a child? Tell me, let me know, please.
Guys, let me know to drop a comment down below if you've ever dated a single mother. Tell me about the experience and tell me why it sucked.
A man doesn't need to know you have kids unless he's ready to become their stepfather. And I always tell, if you're new, I always tell ladies.
Now, people is upset about the girl Shira on this one, but I'm going to give my take on it, y'all, as a mom who was formerly dating. Okay? Now, I don't know if she said prior to when the clip started, right? Why did she say that? Like, if the person asked her, what do you say if a person asks you if you have kids, right? I don't know if that's what was said first, right? But what I will say is this. One, you should never lie, okay? You should never, ever lie, okay? So if a person point blank asks you if you have children, you should say yes, okay? You should say yes, and then you should keep it moving from there, okay? Now, would you volunteer the information of you having children? No. Yes, I said no. And the reason why is because focus predators. Okay, a person will try to progress a relationship with you to have access to your children. Okay, and y'all only really know each other. Okay, in the first date, okay, I'm not discussing any of my family. Okay, I'm not discussing any of my family, my mama, my daddy, my brothers, my kids. I'm not discussing none of that. Okay, because once you start talking about that, that might be like a person kind of like sourcing information. I don't really like that either. Okay. I also don't ask men if they have kids. If I'm like literally just dating and I really know that this is not going to be like a relationship, this is literally just us kicking it, okay, being activity partners and stuff like that, I'm not asking any of that, okay, because I'm not going to be around like that. That's the truth. That's the truth, okay? I got to keep it a buck. And a lot of men will not tell you they have a kid unless you ask them. Okay, that's the truth. A lot of them won't tell you they got a kid unless you ask. Okay, so you know I have to consider that too. But also, you know, when she was like, unless they ready to like be their stepdaddy or whatever, I feel like when you know that you guys want to pursue a relationship, that's when you get into that. Because I think that women have a terrible habit, okay, of doing TMI. Okay, because once you talk about having kids, now you're somewhere talking about the dad or dads, and it's just TMI. It's too much. There's too much to be talking about on the first date. Okay, that's something you talk about unless if you haven't been asked. That's something you talk about on date 3.
Now, guys, I have to say I sort of agree with her about not speaking any details about her kids on a first date. I can see where she's coming from. On the other hand, when are you going to mention that you have kids? I mean, not cool to be dating someone for weeks at a time and then suddenly, well, I'm a single mother. And you see that there's just so much problems with being a single mother in regards to dating, in regards to how the children are raised, in regards to your personal life. So many things, gentlemen. And I have to mention, I watched this Matt Walsh video where he said that settled marriages where the parents pick one person for their son or daughter are not the best case scenario, but they are far better than the dating, the dating that we have nowadays. And I have to agree with him. I don't think that settled marriages are the way to go, but certainly I can agree with him. They are times better than what we have. I mean, we have women not knowing the hell they want. They don't have the slightest idea. They date the bad boys. They chase the bad boys. They try to marry the bad boys. And if they do, they just become single mothers. They don't know what they want. Probably they didn't have a father figure around. So, they just make for bad families. Their kids, in turn, not having a father will lead to them not knowing how to make a relationship work. There's just so many problems with the dating that we have nowadays, gentlemen. This idea that, marriage, if you don't succeed, it's not like a failure. How many times have we heard that? All those divorce cultures saying, well, divorce is not a failure, it's just a step towards success, the first step, yada yada, all this nonsense. Like the societal understanding of marriage is so bad right now. But gentlemen, we'll end the video right here. I'm really interested to know what are your thoughts about marriage. What are your thoughts about not only marriage, but the way it is perceived, the way men perceive it, the way women perceive it, and child raising, all that stuff, gentlemen. Leave me your honest thoughts in the comments, and I'll be happy to read them, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.